Hey, I'm Dr. Sean J. Harris with Generational Wealth Academy. Let's talk about the 7 levels of financial freedom. Now, many times we talk about having financial freedom and wealth abundance, but we don't necessarily know how to take the steps to get there. Just like anything else, nothing is done overnight. There's a sequence of steps. So the first step I want to talk to you about is what's called clarity. You want to start developing clarity. In this space, this is when you start to figure out where you are financially and where you want to go. I tend to call this your current reality, and you want to get to your preferred reality. So the transformation is the time space in between the current reality and the preferred reality. So that's your first goal, is to see where we are, to know where we can start from on our map. Second thing we wanted to focus on is self-sufficiency. Self-sufficiency stage, this is when you've moved out of your mom and your dad's house and you can now cover your expenses. Great example, our oldest DJ, he's out of the house, he's in the United States Air Force, and he's figuring out adulthood, responsibilities, and being physically responsible for taking care of himself and his needs. Then what you do in this position, you position yourself to start developing financial acumen, business acumen. Third thing you want to do is get to the point where you have breathing room. Breathing room is where you're saving your money and you no longer have to live paycheck to paycheck. So think about when we first get into our professions, we're just barely making it, probably got our first apartment, got a couple furniture bills, some appliance bills, but we're kind of living paycheck to paycheck and we really don't have any room to really do anything extracurricular. So we're just kind of barely making it. So what you want to do is you want to get to the fourth stage, which is called stability. Stability is where you have no bad debt. You also have 6 months worth of expenses for emergencies put away. This is where you're starting to really develop a foundation for finances. This is where, in the event if you got a flat tire or you needed a whole set of tires, you could do that. I remember when I had a situation where I could only get one tire at a time. I couldn't buy a whole set of tires. So this puts you in a position where if something happens financially, whether it's with your vehicle or your home or a minor health injury or an accident around the house, you can fund that and take care of it without breaking the bank. And the next stage you want to get to, which is the fifth stage, is called flexibility. Flexibility is when you have at least 2 years of expense saved up. You can kind of actually take a year off of work. So this is a position that puts you where you can really start looking at becoming self-employed if you wanted to, or just having different options to know that you're well beyond breathing room. You have discretionary income. You can begin traveling, doing some cool stuff, going out to really nice restaurants that you really enjoy. So that's where you're at when you're at flexibility. Next thing you want to focus on is what's called financial independence. Financial independence is an area where I think most people really want to focus and attain. Financial independence is where you can strictly live off of the income of your investments that all your investments generate. So this is where you have system-driven income coming in, or asset-producing income, whether it's real estate holdings, whether it's different investment tools and strategies that you've used where you can simply live off the dividends or the interest of those particular tools. Now, at this point, this is where you really have everything. You have stability, flexibility, breathing room, and you can do the cool things in life without having to really worry about them. You can go out and rent islands like my family and I have done. You can take trips around the world. We've been to Thailand, we've been to Dubai, we've been to Italy, we've been all over the world, just traveling and being able to expose our children through travel. And then the ultimate goal that we all want to reach is abundant wealth. Abundant wealth is when money simply is not a concern and you have more than you will ever need. This is a position where you more likely are a business owner. You have major investment tools working for your advantage. You're making money on top of money. You have definitely placed generational wealth in place where you know 3 subsequent generations behind you are totally financially free and don't have to have any kind of money worries. This is where you are starting to buy luxury toys such as yachts, boats, aircraft, multiple homes in different places, things like that. So those are the 7 steps of financial freedom that we all aspire to hit. So just on that scale, look and see what number you are. And once you identify that, no matter what number you are, get clarity that we talked about in step number 1. And that's where you can start seeing what map or blueprint you have to put in place to be able to achieve the goals that you want to achieve. Okay, guys, hopefully that was a great value add. I am Dr. Sean J. Harris. Take care.